Hey there, Brian Bogner and David Chuddick here, and we want to go ahead and take the next 5 minutes and talk to you about the 5 things that you need to be doing right now with your money. Let's dive right into this, okay? First thing you want to consider is a potential Roth conversion, meaning if you have a traditional IRA, it might be a good time to look to see if it makes sense to convert it to a Roth. And why? Because when you do that, you have to pay taxes. But because of the drop in prices, you'll be paying taxes on a lower balance, and so that's to benefit your favor. Second reason is, look, I don't know what taxes are going to do, but the kind of money that's being talked about in Congress right now, there's a chance it could be 5 years, 10 years, 3 years, who knows, but taxes might likely be higher. So I will tell you that we're at one of the historically low income tax rates right now today. Prices have also come down, so it might be a good time there. And the other benefit here is you pay your tax on the seed, right, on the amount you have now, as opposed to the harvest, meaning if you think over the next 10, 20 years, as this money grows, sometimes it's better to pay the taxes now, get it out of the way, and as that money grows, you get it back tax-free. As always, you'll want to consult your tax advisor. We are not CPAs here, but it's certainly something to look at. All right. Second, loss harvesting. Okay. Things are down and you may be sitting on some losses right now, and it might make sense to harvest them, right? Because losses carry forward indefinitely. You know, if you have a index ETF, you can sell it and buy another company tracking sometimes the same index and still get basically you stay fully invested and you get the benefit of the tax loss. Okay, so you stay invested, but you recognize the loss. So again, I'm going to repeat this, consult your tax advisor. Okay, so these first 2 strategies are tax and investment strategies. Let's get to the next 3. David.
Yeah, Brian. So again, we're looking at things that we can control here. So one of the things is life insurance. You can control, generally speaking, how much life insurance you have. So let's just say hypothetically Brian has or had a $500,000 investment portfolio, and then during the last couple months, you know, his portfolio is down to 300,000, 350. And now let's say Brian, God forbid, doesn't make it home, whether it's a coronavirus or just anything else. And now Brian, who's a breadwinner of his family, he passes. So now the economic impact to his family is just much, much, much worse because he's now leaving only $350,000. So it's very prudent at this time to look and see if your life insurance coverage is appropriate for you and your family. Even a small term policy, a lot of times for minimal dollars per month can equal hundreds of thousands of dollars. So. And then looking at your current systematic investments, like we said, likely in the future, these stimulus packages are going to have to be paid for, and they're going to be paid for with taxes. So if you look at funding a Roth IRA as opposed to, and if your 401k has a Roth option, again, you're not getting a tax break up front, you're paying taxes on the seeds, but your harvest will be tax-free, which could really come into to your benefit later on when you need the money. Don't forget, when you take money out of your Roth, when you're in retirement, you're taking out $1, you have a spendable dollar. When it's a traditional, you take out $1, you do not have a spendable dollar. You may have 70 cents, 75 cents, 80 cents, depending on what tax bracket you're in. So that's something to look at as well.
Right, and funding it now, you also take advantage of the lower prices as well in the market here too.
Absolutely. So another really simple financial planning item that we can control are our estate planning documents. So do you have a will? Interestingly, I had lunch with an attorney probably 4 months ago, and we were talking about business, and he looked at me and laughed. He's like, yeah, I really need to get my will done. And wills are not fun to deal with. It makes you think about some decisions you have to make, but we all need a will. Make sure it's been reviewed by an attorney, make sure your healthcare directives and everything else are up to date so that what you want to happen is likely to happen based on your legal documents. So I've seen horror stories with estate planning documents not being
Yeah.
up to.
Yeah,
So.
no doubt. All right, so to review, we talked about the Roth conversion. First two strategies here are tax strategies. And again, you'll want to consult your tax advisor, but Roth conversion, loss harvesting, definitely need to review your life insurance, fund your Roth IRA if you haven't, 401k if you're able to. Again, if you're able to and you haven't, it's probably a good time to look at it. And then review your will, documents, estate, things like that. And all this to say that we are here to help you do these things. So if anything that we talked about on this call, you want to talk about your situation specifically, here's our number, here's our email address, reach out, contact us. We'd be happy to talk to you and see how this could potentially help you. Thanks again for your time, and we will talk to you later. Bye.